Hey everybody, welcome to The Trench. My name is Christian, and today we're going to talk about the joy of friendship. This summer, I had the opportunity to spend some time with some of my dearest friends. Once I even got stuck overnight in Chicago and was able to catch up with some college buddies over tacos and beers. Oh, tacos. I'll be right back. I love tacos. As I caught up with these friends, I was filled with immense joy, carried along into the early hours of the morning simply by the sweet embrace of our friendship. Sitting together late that August night, I almost felt like part of myself was returning to me. These men knew my past and had hopes for my future, and I knew them. I felt held together simply by being with them. Throughout our hours together, we certainly shared jokes and memories, to be sure, but we also shared fears and longings. And at one point, one of my buddies bluntly asked, "Gents, what has made you cry this week?" Without hesitation, we answered. We shared the various things that had stirred our hearts for various reasons, and it was only a matter of time before tears rolled down our faces once more. But there was no shame in it, only love. Aristotle once said that friendship is the same heart dwelling in two bodies. And as we sat around this table crying together, this made sense to me. We felt no need to conceal our hearts from one another because we already shared the same heart. True friends are not only those who accompany us through life's ups and downs, but they also show us our own hearts, largely because they share them. True friends give our lives a sweetness that cannot be easily expressed in words. It's a sweetness that is almost taken for granted in their presence, but is sharply missing in their absence. In fact, as I record this now, in my home, alone. Oh no!
Left its seeds while I was sleeping. And the vision.
Like I said, I love tacos. As we've been exploring over the last few weeks, these important relationships teach us something about our relationship with Christ. In fact, even now I'm struck by Christ's words in John 15. "You are my friends if you do what I command you. No longer do I call you servants, for the servant does not know what his master is doing. But I have called you friends, for all that I have heard from my Father, I have made known to you." Now I know this idea of being friends with Jesus might sound a bit off-putting, but I want to explore it. So first, let's face the reality that Christ had friends. When Lazarus died, Jesus wept. Sure, he wept generally for fallen humanity now subject to death, but he also wept specifically for Lazarus, his dead friend. Even though he knew he was about to raise Lazarus from the dead, Jesus still felt the sting of being separated from someone he loved so dearly. Secondly, I also want to clarify that I am not talking about a buddy-buddy relationship with Jesus. Besides, I'm not sure that Christ is the kind of guy you would want to play cards with anyway.
Ugh! How do you always know what cards I have, Jesus?
Rather, what I'm talking about here is deep friendship with Christ, the friendship of a shared heart. Christ tells us that if we keep his commandments, then we are his friends. Well, the commandments of Christ are nothing more and nothing less than to do the will of his Father. Christ himself says that his food and drink are to do the will of the Father. Christ loves to do God's will. So as we follow Christ's commandments, doing the will of God the Father, we also begin to love the will of God. And so we acquire the very heart of Christ. We share one heart in two bodies. C.S. Lewis describes friendship as two people standing side by side, their eyes looking ahead, fixed on some shared vision of that which is good. In friendship with Christ, we are called to look toward the Father, to grow ever more in love with God's will, and in so doing, we find ourselves in ever deeper friendship with Christ. Of course, this friendship with Christ, this acquiring and sharing his heart, is something that will grow for all eternity, our hearts becoming ever more entwined with his. But it is the mystery of friendship that opens up to us a context in which we experience a taste of this friendship with Christ, a mystery that unfolds forever, with or without tacos. So let's respond eagerly to Christ, the one who invites us freely into eternal friendship with him, who invites us into his heart saying, "Come further up and come further in." So join the fight, live orthodoxy, Remember to like and subscribe, and join the rest of us inside the trench. I look like a ghost. I'm not a ghost. I'm a person. A real person. With feelings, and things, and hopes.
These tacos actually are not happy. They're literally just chicken and hot sauce. You see this? You see what's in this? It's nasty. This is literally cold chicken. Jesus already knows the cards that are in my hand because he's Jesus. Ugh. It's like you already know what the cards in my hands are.
One of my buddies bluntly asked. Bluntly asked.
How do you know what cards I have? Jesus, you're killing me! It's like you always already know my cards!
Fridge. Freely into friendship with him, friendship with them. With him. Eternal friendship with them. With them. I keep saying them. Eternal relation. So let's respond to Jesus. Boom! Goes the dynamite.